Alright, good evening everybody and welcome to... Oh wait, that's a different voice you hear. That is right, because Rapids can't make it, other people can't make it. It is raining a lot in Italy, we don't even know what's going on. But yes, this is, well, the Amazement, aka Joe, aka that fat cat with popcorn. I don't even know what's going on here. And, well, joined with a person who commentates a lot on the lower divisions from what I know, but never done a tier 1 stream, and he's very excited. Diablo James, hello.
Yeah, I'm back here, guys. Today, you heard me yesterday, and I'm back here today. So let's get cracking on a good stream here tonight, lads.
Yeah, and well, to make it exciting and fun, as you can see, the weather, river with meatball in it. Not even just meatball cloud cover. We have that, and as you can, well, for the race as well, quali and the race, just completely drenched. It's going to be fantastic. There's going to be crashes. We don't know what's going to go on. But, yeah. I do things differently in qualifying with streaming anyway, because I stay in the garage so you can see all the times and everything better. And for some reason I have my trigger stopping on the brake, but not the throttle. Well done.
Right, well, anyway, we should move on to what the championship is looking like at the moment. Let's bring it back to some not weather-related meatballs in river or whatever. Let's.
You don't know. Yeah, people will know.
Yeah. But the championship at the moment, we can tell you that technically RG Matiz is leading the championship at the moment by 48 points. And 48 points is a massive lead that he has at top of the championship at the moment. Hoping to extend that this weekend.
I thought Matiz was in second place in the championship.
Yeah, see, that's where I said technically.
Ah, what's going on there? I say sarcastic.
Right. Anyways, that means that RBZ is technically second. He's 91 points ahead of Danny, apparently. That is a massive gap.
The top three, well, technically the top three, as I'm going to say, are quicker than a lot of people.
Yeah, an interesting fight to watch out as well is Danny versus Project. Danny is 1 point ahead of Project in the championship going into this race. 84 points to Project 83. So that's a good little fight to watch. There's a few more going down the grid, but I think we should probably concentrate more on the qualifying session now.
And of course, well, RBZ still has an outside shot of the titles, so yeah, I'm just staying aboard with V6 Racing because he was going to be the first one to set a lap time. And well, people are going to get used to these track conditions. I very much doubt anybody's done any wet practice. Nobody really ever does, so this should be a new experience for nearly every driver at this particular circuit in these conditions, getting used to it. I don't even know what a good time is, but he's popped in second now in a 33.3, so he's not even the first person to set a time. So I have no idea what I'm on about. And RBZ, who's a bit of a wet weather master, has set the pace in a 33.1, so...
Yeah, that's a pretty good time. He's 1/10 ahead of V6 Racing at the moment, so that's a pretty good, solid time to start off with. I'm guessing it's a solid time, so I have no idea myself, so... Yeah, I was trying to say on that one.
Rob Coote's backing off there. Danny looks like he's on a lap. I don't know, again, I don't know the sector times which are competitive around here in a wet qualifying. I guess we'll find out. We'll watch Danny at the end of his lap anyway, coming up towards Parabolica. See if he loses the car and exit. It's difficult enough in the dry sometimes, but yeah, that's a nice drift.
Snap of oversteer. Yeah.
Go on.
And
grabbing his way to the line.
That's quick. Only P7. So yeah, that's not a representative time.
Yeah, Matiz has set the pace anyway, 32.8, just didn't quite see that. He's only set the fastest last sector, but he managed to keep it consistent. And I say that, RBZ shatters the morale there. And who was that? Did he retire? Who was that? Was that somebody joining? I can't see.
Lexbox 1, I think it's so. Yeah, Lexbox 1 has just retired the session.
There's Gorsh Crab there. That's a gravel track, mate. That's not the track. There we go. There we go.
He's back now. Anyways, moving on. So RBZ is actually 31.8. He's hit. He's pretty dominant. Although V6 Racing is actually faster in the first and the last sector.
Yeah, RBZ's improved this first sector though by 2/10 on the current lap he's on. I may as well stay on board with him so you can see what he does. I know from past looking at his wet weather driving, and that's a bit of a weird thing to say, he can control oversteer very well. Like, the actual car control is very good in the wet. He can apply a lot of throttle and catch the car and keep it going forward in a direction which is good enough. So,
okay. Well, let's just see what this time is like as he heads into the Parabolica now.
The Parabolica, I like it.
Or the Parabolica, well, it just is, isn't it? Although I believe some tracks have actually adopted the name of one of their corners after it. So, anyways, across the line he goes.
Slower.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was close. Whoever that was between there, letting people by and everything. It is. That's grass. Get off it. V6 Racing's not on a quick one. Already know that. Danny's just coming to the end of the first sector. Anybody actually on that? We'll go. Oh my god, it's my namesake.
Oh no, he isn't.
And that's a cut. That's a cut. If this, yeah, it is validated and good. Melanie's on a lap. We'll watch Melanie. Yeah.
Yeah, Melanie.
The end of it. Just under 10 minutes left of this session. I can't imagine people actually gonna use many of their wet tyres because they've got to save them for the race as well. Very much 2008 conditions this one, so we might see a very unlikely winner. You never know, but probably won't.
Across the line comes Melanie now then, and he's only P6, so not great, but well, it'll do. It's not bad.
Yeah. It's a good point. Is anybody actually going to be brave enough to go out on another set of wets? Because I can't imagine it's a no-stop round here in a full wet race unless you get safety cars. There's going to be up, and you only get 3 sets of wets.
Yeah, I had a cheeky message from Bapikut then telling me that he hates rain. I think we should watch Commando, because I think Commando's on a lap. It's not often I get to commentate on Commando, but he's...
Where is it? Find him. Here he is.
He's 5th at the moment, Commando, so... Yeah, he's doing okay. He's currently 6th in the championship. He's finished every race so far this season, so pretty good record there. Hasn't finished on the podium on any of those occasions, so he'll be a bit...
Is that a cut? That looked very... Yep, it was. It was a cut. It stopped his lap time. Yeah, you get the visual glitch of people locking up to every corner. They're probably not locking up, so ignore that. Just see it with Danny there. He had both fronts locked up going into the Della Ruggia chicane, and well, no, he was fine.
Yeah, Mundo's just decided to come into the pits then.
Yeah, I think
so
a lot
is Danny
of people...
on a lap now?
Yeah, Danny's on a lap. 30.2 first sector, that's... I think low 30s is what people are aiming for. 32 through middle, again I think it's low 32s. I'm not entirely sure here. That's a line. Hold on.
Yeah, well in the middle sector alone he's 8/10, I think that is, off with RBZ.
Okay. So it's 31 to get into now.
Yeah.
So getting used to it.
Hardly even a dry line occurring, to be fair. It's just how wet it is out there. And across the line comes Danny, and he remains P4.
Yeah, didn't improve. Interestingly, as you said, Vicioso faster than the first and last sector, but he's still P3. Matthias quicker than him by 1,000, so that's a middle finger up to him.
Whoa, actually, do you see how close that is between Matthias and V6 Racing? It's only 1,000th of a second. That is the difference between Matthias and V6 Racing.
I just said that.
Oh. I don't even saw that, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're gonna, like a tit on string, but never mind. Never mind. Stay on board with Matthias anyway. What's his middle sector like? 32.1. So if you said it's well, it's 3/10 off the quickest.
Oh, Vapid's in the wall. Vapid's crashed out. Oh, okay. So Vapid's out of qualifying.
Oh, yeah, that's... Ironically, a McLaren Honda's broken down.
And I've got the sound glitch now as well, which is great.
There's the man waving his flag. He's actually on the racing line. His car doesn't look like it would ghost, so that's actually a bit annoying for a lot of people.
Yeah, Matiz has backed out of his lap. He's coming to the pits. So with 6 minutes to go or so of the session, no real changes to the order at the top at the moment. It's still RBZ on pole position or provisional pole. It's Matiz second, V6 Racing is third.
That was interesting, there. A lot of people just going really slow round. I mean, I think he's going to come up to a lot of traffic here, so it'll be interesting to see how he deals with it. There's a Manor not pointing the right way. There's some oversteer for Melanie. This is interesting.
The Gorch is going to come across the line now.
Oh. Careful.
See where Gorch goes.
Oh, that's a wall. You've still got all four wheels to your car.
Has he just
done that?
Oh god. Right, well, Melanie's map's just gone down the drain.
Yeah.
I was going to use another word there, but I thought I'll keep it PG for now.
Nah. Feisty Ted's on a lap, and he's down in P11, which is not what he would want. And that line for Ascari is probably not what we want, because he did it whilst crabbing a lot of the way. This should move up the order.
Championship. Feisty Ted is 10th in the championship, and he's scored a podium once this season at Silverstone. Done a pretty good job there. He's currently 2 points behind Gorch, Crabber. Yeah, and he's not going to set a time.
Cushing goes to P10 on a 33.9. A big lap time disparity between everybody. Interestingly, the social theoretical best is slower than RBZ's time.
RBZ, you're just too fast.
And Vapid Q is dangerously close to being outside the 107% rule. So you might want to... And in fact, he's not going to be able to improve. Just remember he crashed out, so that's unlucky.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Commando is on a lap again. I don't think, hopefully he won't cut any of these corners now. But watch Commando.
Here
he heads underneath the old section it was now. And into Ascari.
Nice.
He doesn't cut it this time.
That's a nice line. That is smooth on the power, no oversteer. I like it.
Yeah, now hard on the throttle as he heads in towards Parabolica. I was going to call it the Parabolica, but Parabolica is Parabolica. So around he goes.
The final corner. That might help.
The final corner. Yeah, and he's got a bit of a twitch, a bit of oversteer as he comes through the Parabolica. There you go. And across the line he goes P6. I don't think. Oh, he did improve. He did improve. But
let's go crabbing P5. I'm sorry, but everybody who's P6 downwards, come on. Come on. Sort it out. Jesus. Let's watch RBZ anyway, because he's done the first sector. Not the quickest again, but he'll probably find the time up somewhere.
Middle sector.
Yeah,
32.0, which is, I think that's a lot faster than a few guys anyway. But,
yeah, but it's not fast for him.
No, he's backed out of it. Has he backed out of it? No, he isn't.
Yeah, he's weaving.
Yeah.
Matiz has done a very quick first sector, so I'll keep an eye on him in a second. Gorsh is about to come into the pits. Commando's done a slow first sector. Melanie is on an outlap. Oh my god, it shows just starting while Marizano comes to the end of the first sector split. And actually done a very good first sector. First attempt outlap. Monster outlap, not in control of his car at all. And yeah, let's go back to Matiz. 32.1 middle sector, about 2.5 attempts off the quickest. And he's got traffic, but potentially slipstream in front of him.
Yeah, it's one of the Red Bulls. I'm not sure which Red Bull it is.
Yeah, Matiz might have to back off on his next lap to get space. And he's not going to have much time after that, because there's only 1 minute 40 to go, and it's about a 1:32 lap round here. In fact, he's going to have 1:37 he crosses the line. He still stays P2. Actually, he does improve his time, but RBZ's on a bit of a quicker one. V6 Racing not really sorted out his middle sector. So he might be running lower wings than the rest of the people. That might be something he's doing. That's a very slow lap.
I imagine most of these guys are on a dry setup anyway because they just didn't expect.
Oh, Joe, no, stop it. No, it's going to be, oh my god, it's a wall, but he managed to keep it. Does he? Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah.
RBZ's done. He's 10th quicker in the first, he's a 10th quicker in the second, and he's about to complete his lap.
Surely this is going to be the lap now for RBZ. It was provisional
31.8. He's previously done 31.5. If that gets beaten, I will be surprised. Not the fastest first sector, but by far quicker than everybody else in the other two sectors. Matiz, he did a really good first sector, but as I said, he had to back out of it. He's got to be careful that he doesn't go too slow and he can actually set his lap. Danny, is he going to do a competitive middle sector here? Sort of, but that's
he's cut across the scar. Yeah.
And I'm very sure that's going
to
be
he's got 12 seconds to get another lap in. I don't
and he's not going to. V6 Racing, I think, knows that's the end.
No.
Wait, did Matiz get across the line? Just. Very much just. It's going to kick me out the garage any second now. V6 Racing goes off. So, I believe Maranzano
we need to find Matiz.
I'm going to watch Maranzano because he's at the end of his lap.
Yeah, he did. Made it, so he's going to get a time in.
Maranzano looks like he was going to run through. P5, he goes one place. Made up. Every little helps her in. Eleni's going into first chicane. Oh my god, it's Joe's about to complete a lap. RBZ's there as well.
Yeah, so we wait for Matiz as well. He's 7/10 down on RBZ at the moment. I'm not sure what his sector times are like.
Go on board with Joe's.
Wait to see from Matiz.
He goes, well, he stays P10, but he improved by 4 tenths, so there was obviously a big gap to whoever was 9th. RBZ is pitting, so he's definitely not going to improve. And it's just Matiz left on track, and well, you can see he's only 2 thousandths up going through the middle sector, so he's unlikely to get in position. We'll just go on cockpit cam for the rest of this. Yeah. And that sounds like he's backing off. I think he knows.
Yeah, he's backed off. Yeah. But Matiz isn't on pole, it means RBZ. Yeah, RBZ has taken pole position then. Matiz will start second. Danny M7 will start third. That's a good position for him to be in, I guess. V6 Racing is fourth. Maranzano is fifth. Gork's Crab is in sixth. Commando's only seventh. Melanie 8th, Flexbox 1 is 9th, OMG it's Joe is 10th, SRL Cushion 11th, Feisty Ted 12th, Delta 13th, Monster 14th, and Vapid, we're wondering whether he's posted a time within the 107% rule.
I don't think he was. I think he was knocked out of it after RBZ's time. I can do some rough calculation once Matiz retires. In fact, you know what? No. I'll do it even better. I'll get a calculator up on my phone because I can't be bothered to work it out in my head. There we go. There is the qualifying results. I've got to...
Steve. Yeah, so I took you through the classifications and there they are, right in front of you there.
Exit the multiplayer session. Yep, good. Heavy left as well, just so we know.
Yep.
Good. Yep. We're going to cause a pile-up into tow on our AI cars. It's going to be fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, judging off that,
bitchiness.
you wouldn't say anybody other than RBZ's going to win that race, judging by qualifying. But of course, anything can happen with safety cars, virtuals. It's very easy to lose the car in the rain.
Well, you also one lap pace, so you know.
Yeah,
he's not going to be pushing like that the whole race because wet tyres don't tend to go off. But
no,
I mean, I'm sure someone's going to take a fight to him. Surely.
Who's the nearest person on the friends list? RBZ, you will do.
Oh yeah, I've got
to not join back in the game. There we go. That took a worryingly long time. There we go.
Yeah, there's nothing really to talk about from that qualifying session. I think it was all about what's going on here? Apparently, it no longer exists.
It does. I'm in it. I'm in there, just on the formation lap now. You're continuing
great,
in,
here we go. We'll try again. It's joining session. Oh, please don't be an arse. Apparently, it no longer exists. Right, I don't know what I'm going to have to do now. Peak. Should I restart my game? Should I do that?
Yeah, I'll send you an invite. You got a decent amount of time.
Okay,
but
I'll just go on Project Cars, and then I'll go back on F1. There you go.
Anybody doing the slow formation lap?
It's got to be pretty slow. I mean, they're in the wet.
Yeah, Cushion's doing the slow one. It's like his AIs. Look at the brake and throttle trace. That's fantastic. A lot of people just AIing. Oh, there's 2 cars on the grid. 4 cars on the grid. You got Vettel and Alonso at the back. That's our AI.
That's great. Tell me you're
Oh, Danny's up the inside of Matthias. He backs out of it. And that's
Fingers
a cut.
crossed, touch wood. It's gonna work.
Oh,
it's worked. Get in there, lads. We're in.
and you're just in time. Oh, that's a lot of braking all of a sudden.
Yeah,
oh
right,
my god,
okay, then.
It's got the glitch where it says everybody's on dry tyres. No way.
No.
Oh, a few people on dry tyres. Danny V6 Racing and Melanie on Super Softs, and Vapid Coot. They're all on Super Softs.
Well, Vapid's time is probably representative of a car on Super Softs in the wet.
Yes, what a glitch. What a glitch. So we've got 4 cars on the Super Softs. Let's see if their alternate strategy can catapult them up the grid as they form up here for round, I think it's 14. It's Monza anyway.
Yeah,
Let's just
round
say it's
14.
Monza. There we go.
It's round 14.
Round 14 as they form up here on the grid.
Yeah.
And well, here we go. It's reset, everybody. Gonna go on board with the pole sitter and see how good of a start it is. 5 lights, and away we go here in Italy. And it's been a good start for RB, but a bit of oversteered there.
Oh,
Has been a bit equal.
Oh, that was a big one.
Oh my god.
One of the Saubers and one of the Manners.
There's Joe Cushion, Alonso. Oh! Doesn't care about Alonso there. There's Vettel, and obviously safety car, lap 1. Well, the wackiness happened. The 4-turn one. Which is fantastic.
You don't often get that.
No,
anyway,
so this just gives an opportunity for people to, well, I don't really know. Nothing really changed at the front. The order is fairly stable. Nobody made any gains. Gorsh went from swap positions with Maranzano at the start. Melanie swap positions with Comundo. And then whoever was 11th, I believe it was Cushion. And then we've got Joe Dave, obviously, dropped positions. And there's a bit of shuffling going on near the back of the grid. Trying to work out where everybody is.
The race, so that's who that was. Fortunate for him, he only started 10th, but that's not what he needed on the opening lap. Definitely not.
No.
Just saw a Sauber just go completely sideways and just completely took out Joe there.
It's be interesting because I know in the try this is a very fuel-heavy track where you overfuel. I'm not sure what people do in the wet. I think they'll overfuel it again. It gives a chance to save fuel, save the tyres a bit. Well, there is the possibility of a nose stop. If you can say take wet tyres are normally about 21, 22 laps, this will help some way towards that. I mean, I'm not sure. I think people will pit. But
yeah, the safety car will probably come in around the end of lap 4, so...
And what's ironic,
yeah,
I just want to say this, as people managed to sort out where they were and not let somebody get an illegal overtake for braking. And like when there's a car stopped on track and they don't overtake it, it's a bit wrong. But it didn't happen here, which is fantastic. Alonso's car, I must add this, it's not ghosting and it is slightly on the racing line. There's a bit of debris there, overtaking a few cars into turn 1.
So what else can we talk about?
Coot nearly lost it onto the safety car. That would have been funny. Yeah, whilst we're here, we can talk about the man himself, because Cushion's AI he's caused it. Talk about the man himself and why Matiz is technically leading the championship. And if you are watching this, Mike, thanks for blocking me on Twitter. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I think, obviously, divides opinion, and I think enough was enough for the SRL leaders. So they've had to do what they've had to do, and well, yeah, it's now Matiz Sabi's head for the title. Delta's got massive wing damage to the front right hand side of his front wing.
Thank God I didn't have to play any comment in that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, it's so good. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. But
yeah, I don't really hate anyone, but there you go.
Probably the best position to be in.
Probably the best position to be in. I think the only guy in the best position was Commando. Commando is the only one, I think, out of the top 10 that lost the position there. So, yeah, not what he needed, really. Well, let's have a look, actually.
Yeah. RB said faking coming in the pits. Nobody's going to come in the pits so early unless you got damaged. Delta might. In fact, there is a car in the background there. Wait, let's have a look for Alonso's car. You'll see what I mean. The safety car to avoid it. There it is. It's not ghosting, and it's sort of just there. Like, annoyingly there. Delta's in the pits.
I've got the incident from Joe's point of view. He's just messaged me telling me that Lex, or I guess that is Lexbot 1, had oversteered into him, and he had to back out, or there would have been a crash. I think there was a crash anyway. But Cushion also
catch up.
Yeah, Cushion lost control and actually hit Joe's wheel off. So that was the incident.
Nice.
There. So a bit of first lap dramas. You don't often see that, but I can't believe he oversteered that badly. I mean, Jesus, that was a pretty horrific.
Full wet's gonna cause some issues. Yeah, Delta should catch up to the Packers. He's got fresh wets on, which won't mean much, but it might make a bit of a difference. Of course, he's got his front wing, and he'll be able to push a little bit on every fuel, which is not he'll have a little bit of experience on every fuel wet tyres, because he'll be able to push for the safety car. Nobody will have that of these lot yet. I mean, it's a very small advantage, but you've got to take what you can when you're at the back.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about making those positions up, I guess, because you're not going to have to make any pit stops this race, are you? So,
well, you might do.
Interesting.
You might do. Yeah. It's just, I don't think the safety car's coming in.
No,
I'm not sure. Or actually,
no, the light's still flashing.
RB said's backing off, but he's not backing off enough. No. Safety car's going out for another lap.
Yep.
Yeah.
I called it. End of lap 4. I've seen plenty of them. In fact, there's been a fourth safety car I've seen this week at Monza. So
yeah, I always had keeps faking going into the pits. Everybody does. Look at them all. Look at them all. Jesus Christ! It's like you're changing where you're going on Snake, and then you re-change it. They've really got to be careful of Alonso's car.
The safety car is this safety car snaking for you? It's like going all over the shop for me at some places. Like under braking, then it was twitchy as hell.
It's alright to me.
Okay. Anyways,
I think that's Delta at the back. He's caught the pack up, so he's fine.
Yeah, Delta's only 16th in the championship, and he's had his best result, I believe, was in Germany, where he finished 7th. So, okay for him, I guess. He's in the McLaren as well, I believe, is he? Yeah, he is. Is he?
I think for a lot of people to get a good result near the back, I think is just for it. There's going to be more incidents during this race, I'm fairly sure of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely.
Potential for
definitely.
safety cars, virtual, strategy might play a part if you can get to the end on a no-stop, which might be possible, I'm not sure, but I should think a lot of people will be doing a one-stop.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see. Let's just watch the safety car light as well. Right on board with RBZ.
It's a shame you can't go on board with a safety car. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? For a broadcast point of view. But I'm just staying on board with the leader because that's good enough for the
lap.
Yep.
So, the light has gone off. We're going to get ready, racing again, and RBZ, of course, will lead the field away. He didn't have many dramas into turn 1, and he's going to lead the pack away. So,
effectively, this is just neutralise the race. Rolling start, 23 lap race. So what people can do, of course, the field's going to bunch up now. RBZ is going to be restricted on the limiter. Good game code, Masters. I think it restricts you to 78. Oh, it's about
and
78. There you go.
Oh, he goes underway again. He's gone already. So
he's gone a little bit cagey on the throttle, and the Tiz is sort of with him.
Is there any cars in the background that are having a scrap? I don't think there is. I can't see any.
Oh, there's Slipstream. Anyway. Matiz is going to be battling RBZ.
Oh, Matiz.
Danny's going to have a pound seat on this one. RBZ defensive.
Yeah.
Are they going to outbrake themselves? No. V6 was there. Sideways is V6.
There. What's his exit going to be like out of 1 and 2? He's gone sideways. Oh, he's in the grass. I think he's still going sideways. There might be a bit of lag. But,
yeah, it's a little bit of lag in this level. Danny's got the initiative.
Gorge,
he thinks much better of it. Yeah, he's making a move. V6 first, they bang wheels, and Gorge and V6, they're both going to break themselves. Matiz actually had a poor exit as well, and Danny's going to go up the inside. Super soft tyres, of course, on Danny's car. Nice glitch, nice. Matiz. No.
Yeah, he thinks better
Danny
of it.
thinks better of it. RBZ's got the break he wanted. And well, there's action back and forward, but I really want to stay on this battle for P2. Matiz having to drive so defensively on this lap.
Yeah, that would be great. There's a fight going in the background. If you got data on that one.
I'm trying to get the best possible.
Oh, there's been contact. Yes, not once but twice. The Red Bull and the Taurus on the background. That was Xbox One, and I believe Melanie. So there's an incident there. Back at the front though.
Yeah, RBZ has said he's had enough and he's just cleared off into the distance.
Yeah, Danny's already making a pounce on the exit of the parabolic.
Look at V6.
Yeah, V6 is going to be in the background as well. Let's just see what Danny can do.
Is he going to go for anything?
No. No. Okay, so he's pretty conservative right now.
Bringing Gorge, Manzano and the other Renault of Comundo into play as well. They're not too far behind. Bit of a gap between them three. The 4th, 2nd train and 8th backwards. So a few little trains forming here. And Danny inside of Matiz. Oh, V6 didn't brake.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, but he's going to be able to slot into position there. He's going to lose time and be vulnerable to the cars behind. Yeah,
apologies for that. Danny then still remains pretty close all over the back of the Williams at this stage. But it always does that. It just, they look like they're going so gymkhana because of the lag. And Danny's at the inside as we go into Ascari now. Is he going to get the move? No, he's still backing off. So, yeah, just not quite got the confidence yet, I don't think. So, just wait. I think he knows he's going to get him eventually, but...
Yeah, but Tiz doesn't favour the rain.
No. Nothing's really happening between these two. It's probably the closest fight on track at the moment, so...
it is.
RBZ
forward a bit here. Because Danny's going to hit a good slipstream.
Big gap. Yeah, Danny's got him for the move now.
Oh my god, what? What's happened? What? Alonso's car's been hit and is strewn across the track. What? That looked incredibly strange. Oh my god.
Right, well, yeah, Danny's made the move on
I didn't see that because I went to look back and see what the hell happened because I thought there was going to be a
Matiz is
death.
back on the attack actually. I think you need to watch that one. Matiz going back around the outside of Danny is in the Curva Grande. He's made the move stick as they're locking up into turn 4. And yeah, look at Danny trying to get the cut back. He's not going to quite get it
Be able to do
there.
it.
So
good racing.
Oh,
that was incredibly strange. You're going to have to watch that back on the stream. You'll understand what I mean, but very, very odd. I thought there was a few deaths, but there wasn't. Only Alonso. He never gets any luck, does he? Never does.
Yeah, this fight is actually helping out Feisty Ted in the background there. So
that's V6.
Oh, V6. I do apologise. Yeah, it's because I was whatever.
Yes.
Danny trying to go around the outside again into the Parabolica. That's not going to happen, surely.
Yeah,
no,
the amount of defensive driving Matiz is having to do. Somebody's done something I can't see because of the
Delta's
twitch bell.
retired from the race, and Danny's already made the cut back on the Parabolica, and he's now going to have to sling himself down the main straight. Is he?
Careful, there's Alonso's car. That.
It's still not ghosted, is it? No.
No, it got hit.
Again.
It was the left side of the track, and now it's the right side. V6. Knowing what great. Fairly sure Gorsh is actually going to have a bit of running. Coming by the 7 Maranzano behind. I stumbled with Gorsh because he might have a chance to move into P4. But no, his wings look quite high. And again, he is gaining a bit at the end of the straight, so there's a bit of hope for him. Especially if V6 making the mistakes he is doing. And again, he's cut over the chicanes, so...
Yeah, so... nothing really changing at the moment. Just
have a look back through the
field. I think Comundo's actually pretty closer to the back of the Toro Rosso of Maranzano. So Comundo supporting the Jolyon Palmer helmet we can see there. Not sure why you choose Jolyon Palmer, but I mean, if you want
a challenge, he wants a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to live in his sister's flow. Oh, funky bit of lag there. I like it. And Windows actually dropped off a bit from Maranzano this lap, so as soon as we actually take notice of him and go on board with him, he starts to do a bit worse. So I'm going to ignore him and go back to Danny, who...
Yeah, he's got a pretty good run out of the Parabolica, and he's going to move to the... Oh, he's doing the...
Things have happened. What's happened? Who's retired?
Vapid Coots retired, so the 107% rule bloke is out.
Shame.
We're already guessing now. He's had some pretty chaotic moments in the straight. There's a Ferrari actually. I can see the Ferrari is actually in the middle of the track there, in the background. Did anyone else? That was
That's
that was
McLaren.
almost like your Alonso. Yeah, I saw a Ferrari was just in the middle of the track. I'm not even sure what the hell was going on there.
Well, basically, what we've done as streamers is just create a hazard on the track. Oh, there's action going on ahead. We didn't sit. Maranzano's dropped down to up to P6. Not seen that because I wanted to see what else happening with them cars. So Mundo's made up a place which I feared he was going to be getting. Yeah. Danny's still P3. Incredibly got a good amount of grip on his super soft tyres.
Yeah, definitely. Also, since he runs no tractor, but he's out the exit of Ascari. What an exit he's got out of Ascari. Surely going to get the slipstream now down the inside, in towards the Parabolica again. I don't think he's going to go. Well, yes, he will. He'll try and go side by side with William as they head through Parabolica, side by side action. And Danny's got the move done, has he? Yes, he has. It's very twitchy on the exit. Matiz trying to get back in the slipstream. They're weaving all over the shop. And Matiz is going to go on the offensive again into turn 1.
Alonso's car's been hit again.
Oh yes, on the other side of the jungle, Ferrari's back where it was. And Matiz and Danny still side by side, but I don't think Danny's going to get it this lap. So, yeah, Matiz is just getting good exits out of the Parabolica, and that's helping him very, very nicely in these opening few laps. We're of course on lap 10 of 27, and Danny, I think, is going to try and make a move again. They're going to go side by side through the Curva Grande and down under braking. Will Danny try and hold him around the outside? And probably best that he didn't and doesn't. So he's going to try again into the Les Lesmo section. And Matiz actually broken one of the barriers there on the outside, but Danny side by side as they head through the section yet again. Is he going to get the move done this time? Surely. Yes, he's at the inside, he's made the move.
You wanted to call the Lesmo something else then, as Daddy completes the move into P2. And again, the amount of time it's cost these two, Matiz and Danny, they're going to be about 8 seconds off the lead. Yeah, they are through the second sector split. So RBZ, well, he could run for a field of wheat and still win this race. If anybody understands that one, you do.
Oh, shit. That was
Be interesting. Don't say it's terrible, you laughed. It'd be interesting to see if Matiz can actually stick with Danny, because I honestly think Danny's the quicker of these two at this stage.
Yeah, well, he's definitely looked like that for the vast majority since they've been since the safety car came into the pits. Matiz hasn't actually really got that close to him on that lap.
He's got a nice cutback here.
Yeah, and he'll try and go on the curve window again, just not going to get a good enough run, I don't think, through there. Although I could be wrong, I think he might
you might be wrong.
They're going side by side into turn 4. And Danny, he's going to hold him.
He's leaving
still
the room.
side by side. No one's in the gravel. This is really close at the moment between these two. Is Danny holding around the outside? I'm not sure if he is. Yes, he will.
Yes, he can.
And look in the background, V6 Racing in on the act. Oh, he's gone very sideways there.
Yeah. Getting V6 on the super soft, so how he's making them work, I don't know. Of course, I know it's the wet tyres as well.
Obvious.
Yeah, Matiz having to back off, and V6 got to be careful here, because if he tries to make a move on one of them, he's got to be careful not to run into the one in front, which is very easy to do when you're in a 3-car battle. And well, this is going to get interesting.
V6 Racing then is down the inside into Parabolica again. They're going to try and go 3 wide. That's surely not going to happen.
No.
Matiz at the inside. Yeah.
V6
so
might overtake them both if it's a good enough cutback.
Yeah, we've
tries to the inside line. Matiz
into the pits.
He's in the pits. Matiz in the pits.
So
I think he's going for an
look
undercut.
at the switch that Danny made across the circuit to try and go defensive on V6 there. V6 round the outside and makes the move. But Danny's going to try and go on the inside.
Danny's going to go on the inside, is he?
Oh, it's very, very late, but he keeps it. The very close, no contact made by the
V6.
two of them, and that's a brilliant move.
He was very kind there, was V6. He could have easily shut the door, but he didn't. Of course, his actions look further back. You got Feisty Ted and Lexbox, who can't control their cars at all in P6 and 7. They were having a competition to see who could be closest to a right angle without bending it. Melanie P8 Monster. Wrong track, Monster. Wrong track. On the wrong track. Alan Turner goes into P9, and he's going to let his teammate, if Matiz, who's pitted, who's now up into P10 on a fresh set of wet cell, get him to the end very comfortably, I should think. Interesting
that Matiz came in then. I mean, if RBZ doesn't pit now, then
I think he's given up on the race win. Gorsh, that's not a good way to take a score, and you're going to have Commando right on your case heading up to the one and only Parabolica.
Yep, Gorch is just moving across there, trying to defend the position there. So the two, well, I guess you call them owners for the league, going at it. See what they can do.
Still see the rain is still pelting down.
Someone else is coming into the pits. V6 Racing into the pits. So
yep.
Yeah, as Harvey said, stayed out. Yes,
This promotes Gorsh into a podium position. Actually, did there was a bit of a late move going on there? I don't find. Let's see where V6 ends up in relation to Matiz. Matiz might have had damage because he's a long way back. He's a long way back. And I might explain why he was battling with Danny and was a bit off the pace, off the lead. Oh, V6, no. No. You've not done that well. Polystyrene everywhere.
That's environmentally dangerous.
Yeah, and Mamsada gets passed by Matiz. So, And I think Matiz might have had damage because there's nowhere to be that far behind.
Yeah, let's just see what Commando can do with Gorch here. I'm not sure if anything's going to come of this, but we'll wait and see. Something could happen. Lap 13 to 27, so you've got about 14 laps to go. Nothing really happening, what I can see. Does it mean anything for the championship? Yes, it does.
Yeah,
well,
if
like
Matiz has a bad result, which, well, it's looking like if the pit stops play out, he might be around 4th, 5th, and RBZ wins. That's a good chunk of points he's going to claw back in the championship fight.
Yeah, so let's say he does finish 5th or whatever, and I'm guessing we're in a mathematician here, but anyways, finishes 5th here, and
RBZ wins, he'll gain 15 points.
He'll gain 10 points if he...
He'll gain 15 on him, yeah.
15, yeah. So that would be 33 points to get in the championship then between those two.
That will make it a bit interesting. If RBZ can get on a bit of a winning streak, of course it's going to be very hard to stop Matiz winning every race. But RBZ is definitely the one who can break that cycle. Of course, they've shared out, I think, every race win this season out of the top 3 in the championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they have. Yeah, that's right.
So, very unlikely that streak is going to get broken today at the very least, and if that's the way it continues, then it's going to be if RBZ can get on a bit of a roll, and Gorch is not on a roll.
Gorch
he's
runs very deep. Commando going side by side as they head down the back stretch now. Underneath the bridge, who's going to come out and appear in a high position?
They're both broken at about the same time. Gorch just got the corner and slide just ahead. That
could have been controversial to say the least. Commando versus Gorch nearly ended in a collision.
RBZ continues for another lap. I think he just knows he can do whatever really and win this race. Danny is in the pits. Interesting to see what 3rd and 4th do.
Yeah.
Gorch pits.
Gorch comes in. Yeah, it doesn't really matter when you make your pit stop, as long as you can make the time back up, of course, because of
not a lot of
RBZ.
V6 Racing had a drive-through. RBZ apparently he's just set the fastest lap of the race. What? He's all the way up there. Why are you telling me that? Nice game. Matiz is going to appear in P4. So he's a long way ahead of the Gorch and Commando. Where's Commando?
Commando is P2, so he's actually stayed out on comparison with
P2.
Gorch.
Oh yeah, he stayed out, didn't he? Yeah.
He's trying to get the
My bad.
attention on Gorch.
Danny has come out quite a bit ahead of Matiz actually.
Yeah, 4 seconds.
3.8. Yeah.
That's a pretty good
So
one.
Renault 1-2 at this point.
Yeah, Renault 1-2. That's not happened all season. I don't think it will happen now, but it hasn't happened all season. Although Commando's pretty good on his tyres, I don't think he's going to be able to take this to the end. Oh, there's the point. Went very sideways out of the exit of the Scari. There did Mundo. Interesting to see what the red... okay, there you go then. I was going to say. And obviously not going to stack, are they, because RBZ is so far in front. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah.
22 seconds at the moment.
Commando stayed. Commando could try the no stop. Of course, you're perfectly entitled to do so. In fact, there's his teammate, and he's going to come out in the lead for Reclaiming.
So Mundo takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix here, and interesting if there's going to be any team orders.
I think RBZ will just go past. I think I'll just let him past. He'll know it'll be quicker. Commando's always one to do the alternate strategy. He always likes to do something different. And there's an opportunity for him here to do something and potentially pick up places. I mean, I don't know what he's got to really lose if he does attempt it, because we don't know what the numbers are with tyre wear and everything. I can't imagine he'll get to the end, but
yeah, 11 laps.
You could always try.
Yeah, you could try. But you can just see under braking just how much confidence RBZ has on those fresher tyres. He's just all over his teammate at the moment. So the Renault's 1 and 2, but I think that will switch around with RBZ and Mundo, and
I think Mundo might be in the pits this lap because RBZ's not telling him to get out the way or anything. In fact, it's going to get a nice slipstream here. Or is he going to back off? He's just backing on. You can save a bit of this which is going to be helpful.
Well, you can only judge. I mean, if you're watching the broadcast shot there, RBZ was in shot, and you only just saw Danny coming around a Scari when he headed. Yeah, and in comes Mundo. So definitely not going to take those to the end. Yeah. Interesting to see where Mundo comes back out though, as we said.
Yeah, Danny's pulled out a gap on Matiz. The gap was 3.8 and it is now 5.4.
Mundo is coming out of the pits now then, so where will Mundo rejoin? It's going to be 4th, maybe 5th. It is 5th.
I can hear a car, there it is.
Oh, well, it's 5th, it's only 5th, okay. There's Gorch there. Oh, God, he's actually jumped Gorch there, so Mundo's done a good job there to undercut, overcut Gorch. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Galzano's in a good P4.
Yeah. Was he fighting with Mundo at the start? I believe he was.
Tell you what, only about 3 seconds of PI Matiz. And Matiz doesn't look like he's going quick here at all. So you never know.
Confident, is he? No. Yeah,
no, you wouldn't expect it from him.
No. Let's check down the order, see if there's any battles going on.
Yeah, somebody's done something.
Retired, so we may see a safety car, which would not help.
They had bunch of them together.
Yeah.
Is he crashed? No, he's just retired onto the side of the track, just for Curva Grande.
And he's
is that him leaving?
Great, yeah. So maybe that's just... don't really care, but he's out of the race cushion. Well, there's nothing really too much to add here.
No, everyone's sort of spread out. I wonder if this gap between Matiz and Danny could come down, because Matiz on older wets compared to everybody. So
yeah,
there's going to be a disadvantage there.
Check on Mundo's results this season. This wouldn't be his best result of the season. He's had a few 5th places, 2 5th places in fact, one in Bahrain, one in China. Of course I only have the table up until Germany, so yeah, everything I was saying
Belgium is anybody's guess.
Oh yeah, Joe has left the session. Joe was out a long time ago, but he's out now. Finally.
He was out a long time ago, but he's out now.
Yeah. Well, left now, I should say.
Yeah. I like it. Ted is starting to make an impression on Gorsh Crab here.
It's been a long week. It's been a long week. That would be my honest think.
Oh, I'll allow it. I can allow it.
Yeah, hopefully everyone else will. Yeah.
If they don't, they don't. Apparently, RBZ's against at the fast half of the race. Probably has. No, it didn't, but
he's on fresh tyres now, so it's got to have happened. Anyway. Very tin pot brings to mind. Nothing really happening.
No, just good opportunity to take some nice sips of water.
Yep.
Mundo is actually catching up to Maranzano quite quickly. And the gap between Danny and Matiz, it was about 5 seconds, now down to 4. So you never know what could happen there. Yeah, I think Mundo might be the one making the moves here. Of course, he's on freshest tyres out of everybody, so it's definitely going to tell. I'm not sure when Maranzano pitted.
Oh, I'm just about to watch the Joe incident from the very start. So let's watch that again. He's just sent me DM. Let's have a look.
Yep, radio commentary.
Alright, so away he went, and obviously. Oh, there was a massive tank slapper from the Toro Rosso. Yes, Cushion just coming in from nowhere and completely took him out. Probably doesn't, which is not being done justice there, is it really? Yeah, that was pretty.
RBZ's having fun out there.
Yeah.
Say that, Ted's on the back of Crab as well. Nope, not exit multiplayer, nope.
RBZ's apparently gone fastest again with 33.0, I think. Oh, that may have been the time that I just didn't see because I paused the game. McLaren's gone back to the right-hand side of the track, meanwhile.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Update for Fernando Alonso. He gets bad to worse, or his car definitely does anyway.
He's technically ahead of Vettel though on the track, which I don't understand. They're still both on that one.
Maranzano versus Comundo, meanwhile, as well. That's becoming a thing.
Yeah, I've kept on board with Commando and he's closed right up. But passings have never mattered. Who's done what there?
Xbox One has left the session. I believe he was out a long time ago.
Rip. But he's definitely out now.
Yeah, he's definitely out now. Also, Gorch and Feisty Ted getting in a bit of a scrap in the background as well, if you could see that.
Yep.
I'm trying to do other things as well whilst commentating. I probably shouldn't, but oh well.
No. So, for the gap is 3.6 between Matiz and Danny. I don't think that gap's going to come down enough before the race. And in fact, whilst I have a voice crack there, let's check for penalties. Yeah. Right. Well, just for individual people, like people that make a difference on, because somebody like Danny, no, he's not got one. No. Maranzano, this would make a difference. Maranzano, no, he hasn't. Comundo, he has. Comundo has got a penalty, and I can't be bothered to check any further back. So Mundo's probably going to finish P5.
Yeah. Okay then. So let's just watch the fight anyway. It'll be interesting to see what these two are going to get up to. We've got 6 laps to go now. In potentially, I mean, I could put it mildly. Oh, V6 is out of the race. So I'm not sure what happened to him, but he is out. He hasn't left, so he's not out now.
He did have that drive-through, so it could be a rage quit.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'll stay on board with Monster and see if I can see a car. Just a car. Yellow flag, so he might retire. I think he's retired in the pit lane. Yeah. It made the most sense.
Yeah, Mundo's still not getting as close to Maranzano yet. This is.
Oh no, he's retired on track.
Right, where did he retire?
There his car goes.
RBZ fastest again, a 33.0 again, but
let's give him some. Let's give him some airtime.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep you up posted. Give you the radio commentary.
Oh, he quickly ghosted on my screen then, and then he took control again. So don't know what he's doing then. There you go. That's enough airtime from Danny P2. It's definitely closing. But not enough, I don't think.
Oh,
no, the gap is 3.6.
Oh, Commando just misjudged his braking point there. Went straight on. He's gone through the polystyrene barriers. And that was probably wasn't his intentions there. Definitely not. Anyway. Mundo has just lost a hell of a lot of time to Maranzano. At least those two ghosted, because that would have been a massive crash between the two of them. That would have allowed Gorch into 4th place. And where is Gorch?
He's got Ted for company.
Yeah, this is probably another close fight that we're watching. Oh, twitchy. Going out of there. In the Force India. I was pretty sure that he drove a McLaren, but apparently I'm wrong.
I don't know.
That was last season.
He's in a car and he's in a position, so it's good enough.
Yeah, check out Gorch for you there. Gorch, his best result of the season was his 4th place in Baku. So yeah, this wouldn't be his greatest race this season, but it's
Very
a
good
much
result.
improved effort from what I saw in Belgium. We didn't have the greatest of races in Belgium. And watch the stream. He's going to try and come back this weekend. He's done a pretty good job doing that. Into the points, 6th place obviously. That's 8 points in the championship, which is good. Good, I guess you could say. Good. That would, have a look. It would move him above our Dutch Gamer Lars in the championship. It would actually, I believe. No, it wouldn't put him level with Marizano, definitely not.
Malzane's
so he would go
P4, remember?
Yeah. Just quickly. No. Anyways.
I can hear your brain ticking from here.
Yeah. Apologies for that. What else can we go on about? Nothing really. This is the closest.
Well, you still got Ted and Gorsh. There's only, well, 4 and a bit laps to go. Lap 23 at 27. Interestingly, I said there'd be a lot more incidents after the car came in. There wasn't actually that many.
No.
It's actually been quite clean racing on the most part. So fair play on everybody for that. I mean, we've seen a few excursions and drivers locking up, snatching a break. Easily done in the dry, let alone in the wet. So fair play on everybody for keeping it clean. How would you say clean? Mundo is I think he knows he's only going to get P5, so I don't think, unless Malzani does have a penalty now. The Danny Matiz fight could happen soon. The gap here is 2.3. And it's actually been coming down about half a second a lap, and as soon as you get within sort of slipstream range, which I think actually the slipstream glitch might be a thing because a lot of people are backed out now.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting. Gap's 2.1, so that'll be something definitely to take note of. I'll check penalties between Danny and Tiz because that's a very important place. I very much doubt. No. I wonder if RBZ's got a penalty. No, he's just going round and being quicker than everybody. Oh, Ted's got... Yeah, Gorsh and Ted have got 1 penalty each as well, so that's actually a battle for position for P6.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting we said before qualifying that we did think RBZ, we thought RBZ might have been challenged, and we just haven't.
No, I mean, no, it's largely helped to, I think it, by far the quickest in the wet anyway, but he was very much helped with Danny and Matiz having that very good battle for the laps after the safety car. Just allowed him to pull the gap and just concentrate on his own race, his own rhythm, not get caught up in any dramas, and then yeah, the end result is just a very comfortable race at the front, the Dream League race, which I'd quite like at some point in my life. There's a lot of brake marker boards which have gone into turn 1. Very interesting. 1.7 is the gap between second and third, so it's coming down. It's definitely coming down. Whether it's coming down enough, we'll have to wait and see at the end of the race. But Mundo's all over the back of Maranzano now. What's Mundo? Better tyres. And oh, say better tyres, he's not got better throttle control because he just shat himself. Well, that's more ground lost. He keeps making mistakes whilst he's pushing. Interesting trait to have. I think Danny sort of neutralised this lap. Danny's got the engine glitch, and sorry headphone users. yeah, Mundo, I don't know what he is doing, but only 2 laps to go now anyway. Ted still can't find a way past Gorsh. Probably he's been beyond somebody the entire race, which you have to feel sorry for him. It's very hard to overtake again, especially with slipstream enacted. And if you want, I think it might be constant yellows down into turn 1 now. Is the constant yellow thing out, or is it just for turn 1? I think it's just turn 1. Well, that's going to affect overtakes if there is any. 1.4 the gap between them two. As there is something loud outside my house. That's beautiful. RBZ starting his final lap here at a sodden Monza, and well, not challenged at all. He can just cruise home and take an easy, comfortable victory. He's going to gain 10 championship points as it stands, which is very much crucial now. It's a 2-way fight in the championship rather than 3. Unless Matiz can force a mistake out of Danny, that looks like it's done. In turn 1, I say a mistake, Danny's gone very wide into 1, compromised 2, and that's going to be time found. Well, gain there, out, that's what I was going to say. Mundo's still in P5, and of course penalty's going to apply. Ted's dropped off. Of course there, Melanie, of course we've not seen a lot of anybody P7 backwards because they've been so lonely. Melanie in P8, Monster about 50 seconds beyond in P9. I think that's last if everybody's alive, which is very interesting. See how much visibly the gap is close to Matiz and Danny. Matiz will be praying for 2 or 3 more laps. I think if he did have damage in that pit stop phase, which I suspect he might have done, I'm not entirely sure, that has definitely cost a career point. Going to be getting point. Said challenged, complete domination, and he's going to take a victory here in the rain in Monza. He weaves, and that is as dominant as you could want. And Danny is going to take a very, very good P2. It's got to be his best shot of the season. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not informed of all these things. He weaves. He is very happy. Oh, hello.
Yeah, Danny, that is his best result to date so far. So good drive from him. Whoa.
You came from out of nowhere then.
Yeah, Matiz finishes 3rd. It will be Maranzano who will get 4th place. So Maranzano, that is. He's strung a couple of good results together recently. In Germany he finished on the podium, and here he's finished 4th. A good result for Maranzano in the Toro Rosso. Mundo, as you see there, finishes 5th. Feisty Gorch, sorry, Feisty Gorch, that's the one. Gorch finished 6th, and Feisty finished 7th. Melanie was 8th. SRL Monster got lapped in the end. He was the final finisher, and of the non-finishers we have here,
Wow.
V6 Racing